This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, January 9th. I'm Taylor Lazenby. Well, let's get a quick look of our weather this morning with Dana. She is filling in for Chris. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Right now it is cloudy for us outside. Here's a live look at downtown with our Edgewater sky cam. That cloud coverage stuck with us overnight, so it didn't get too chilly for our overnight lows. Temperatures are currently in the mid to upper 20s, and they're really going to hold pretty steady through the afternoon and evening. We have a breeze coming in from the north, so that's some drier air that's built in for us. We don't really have any fog concerns this morning. Visibility looks good throughout the area. Our snow depth still on the ground throughout the state right now. We aren't expecting to add any more onto that as we look ahead through the rest of the day. Radar will stay fairly quiet even with that cloudy sky. Now, high temperatures, again, adding on maybe a degree or two for our afternoon highs, but not moving around much with the cloudy sky for your Saturday. As we look ahead to Sunday and the start of the week, we might see a little more sunshine there, at least getting into Monday and Tuesday. But we'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes. Taylor.
All right, Dana, thank you so much. Well, right now, as the Capitol flags are flying half-staff, that is following the death of police officer Brian Sisnick. Officer Sisnick died after assault on the Capitol on Wednesday. He was just one of 5 people to lose their life in D.C. that day. And Congressman Scott Fitzgerald was inside the House chambers when rioters tried to break through the doors. Our news partners in Milwaukee spoke with him.
It was scary. It was a very scary time during that whole event.
Did you fear for your life?
I think we did when we heard gunshots.
He questions why there was a break in security, but he also holds Trump accountable for what happened that day and to overthrow his vote to overthrow Joe Biden's election results in Arizona, Pennsylvania, and even though he had no chance of succeeding. And on Capitol Hill on Friday, House Democrats held at least a 3-hour conference call to discuss impeaching President Trump for a second time. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says the president has to be held accountable for inciting the actions on the U.S. Capitol. She sat down with Lacey Saul for an interview with 60 Minutes.
Only a number of days until we can be protected from him, but he has done something so serious that there should be prosecution against him.
Well, Pelosi said in a statement to House Democrats would like to see President Trump resign, but that is if he doesn't. The House will consider every option, including the 25th Amendment, to motion or impeach a privilege resolution for impeachment. House Democrats say they could vote as soon as next week, but there's limited time for the Senate trial to remove the president before the inauguration of Joe Biden. And Wisconsin congressmen are divided over possible articles of impeachment. Senator Lisa Monk of Alaska is asking for the president to resign. She's just the first Republican member to do so. Wisconsin Representative Ron Kind says he supports articles of impeachment, and so does Representative Mark Pocan.
The best thing for our country right now is for him to voluntarily stand down. But barring that, there is the 25th Amendment. And also the constitutional remedy of impeachment. But so much of this depends on having bipartisan support for doing it.
He's not fit to be president. We're not sure what he could do in the remaining 2 weeks that he's in office. And I think a lot of people have a lot of concerns. Speaker Nancy Pelosi had to call the...
Representative Brian Steele opposes it. He says Democrats have already tried and failed to remove the president, and from the riots in Kenosha, Portland, Chicago, Minneapolis, and dozens of other cities. What happened in D.C. this week? What we need right now, he says, is leaders to tone down their actions and to not inflame the situation. Republican representative says that it is important to focus on reconciliation in the country, and in a statement he says it's the best and most immediate way we can do so is by repeatedly and thoroughly endorsing a peaceful transition of power and not the removal of the president. And in Georgia Republican Senator David Perdue has conceded to his opponent. That's Democratic Senator-elect Jon Ossoff. Ossoff beat Perdue in a continuous runoff election on Tuesday, and a victory that was first projected on Wednesday. Perdue did not name Ossoff in his concession on yesterday. Instead, he wanted to congratulate, quote, the Democratic Party and my opponent. Democrats will now have the majority in the Senate, House, and in the presidency. And it's now been nearly 12 hours since President Trump was banned from social media. Our Adam Duxter explains why experts say apps like Twitter and Facebook could have led to the violence we saw just last week.
Wednesday's violence at the United States Capitol in Washington, D.C. is the latest development in a long line of misinformation, according to social media experts at the University of Wisconsin.
We are seeing more and more detrimental outcomes from people misinformed. But I think Wednesday was really something that struck at the core of our democracy.
Professor Dietram Scheufele studies social media and its impact on human relationships. He says, while it's still a relatively new tool, social media allows individuals like you and me to become more biased and hardened in our beliefs.
We're shifting away from where we get a lot of the news that we should be seeing to where we got a lot of news that we want to be seeing.
Furthermore, he says algorithms on sites like Facebook and Twitter prioritize what will play on your emotions, outrage you, and most importantly, keep you scrolling. And he says no one understands this better than President Trump.
Donald Trump is the quintessential model for that. Everything he posts doesn't just get engagement from his own users, and typically between 60,000 and 200,000 likes immediately.
Scheufele says Trump's tweets led a portion of his supporters to respond with violence. Experts say our social media echo chambers have a way of dividing us more than uniting us.
I can't state that enough, how much we need to return to a sense of respect for each other and our positions within this democracy.
And they say while there's no rules on who you follow or what you like, click, or share, it's important to look at as many opposing viewpoints as ones that already confirm what you believe.
If that person votes differently from me, that doesn't mean they deserve less of my respect, that they deserve my condemnation. They're equal to me in this democracy, and we need to return to that basic assumption of respect for each other.
Well, the state of Wisconsin has now officially surpassed 500,000 confirmed COVID-19 cases. DHS says more than 30,000 of those cases still remain active as of today. State and county health officials say 39 more people have died and nearly 140 more were hospitalized. The CDC says there's no evidence that indicates the U.S. has homegrown coronavirus variant that is fueling a surge in cases. That's in addition to the one that's from the United Kingdom. The CDC says that they are likely evolving all around the world, and one could arise here. It's just a matter of evidence and time that it hasn't happened yet. And when President-elect Biden takes office, his team has pledged to release all coronavirus vaccine doses the government currently has. And that has some patients worried that their second dose may not arrive when it should. To help ease concerns, Moderna has said its vaccine can be administered between 21 to 42 days just after that first dose. In its clinical trials, the second dose was given just 28 days after the first. Moderna has not said whether the company will be able to meet the demand for second doses if all vaccines are distributed at once. And even with the vaccine, COVID cases continue to surge here and nationally. And that's why Madison students will stay home a little bit longer. The Madison Metropolitan School District says the second semester will start virtually. Eventually, those plans are to bring students back in phases whenever COVID conditions improve. MMSD will bring back groups of students starting with the youngest grades. Now, from there, they say the superintendent says it just isn't safe right now to bring students back, and he says COVID hit too close for him recently. And it's pretty clear that there's a lot of parents having different opinions on whether the Madison district is making the right move to keeping kids at home. While there have been groups of parents pushing for schools to open their doors, there have also been groups who want their kids to learn virtually.
You've been closed now for 10 months. How do you not have this figured out, especially with all of the emerging data that's there for you to show you how to do this safely?
The bigger thing for me are the staff people and the teachers. They can get sick being around kids. They absolutely can. We have lost teachers in the United States of America to this disease because they were forced to go to school and teach.
A new Department of Public Instruction survey is shedding light on the challenges of virtual learning. Every single district surveyed by DPI reported encountering barriers with switching to this form of learning, naming things like reliable internet, balancing school and working, and getting devices and materials to students. Lawmakers who ordered the report also were worried about the curriculum teachers were able to give out. Both Madison and Janesville reporting they were able to deliver about 85%.
I think that's a really important piece here is that despite what happened, the very little notice to transition and having very little time to put it together, schools still deliver instruction to students, right? And we know it's not perfect, right? I mean, it was challenging for everybody, but I think that is key.
With some districts continuing with virtual learning and with this new method open for future emergencies or snow days, they have hopes that lawmakers can take notes of what schools need, more resources, and the infrastructure to pull it off. And the actions of those who stormed the Capitol Wednesday doesn't just affect the adults who were watching all around the world. Many of our children were watching too. Our Jamie Perez heard from some local kids in our area about just what they saw.
What happened at our nation's capital this week is something that will go down in history, and our kids were watching. Our morning photojournalist Mark Schilling asked his son what he felt hearing about what happened.
When my dad told me about what happened at the Capitol, I was really surprised, and there was shootings, so I was also a little worried.
The little girl who started a virtual lemonade stand and raised thousands of dollars for a local nonprofit in Madison on her emotions as she watched the break-ins.
Everyone had to hide under their seats. It was really bad, and I don't think this should happen anymore.
The son of an MMSD teacher who made hundreds of virtual learning desks said what he saw.
It's an exploitation of power.
Our morning meteorologist Hattie McLean asked her kids how they felt this could impact their future.
It makes me question what the future of the U.S. is going to look like and what's going to happen.
I hope this isn't a normal thing. I hope it doesn't happen to every capital every once in a while. I hope this was just the only time that this happens because it was kind of scary.
A Wanakee High School student talked about what she would like to see happen to those who committed federal crimes.
We have white people, white supremacists at that, storming the Capitol building, putting them in lockdown. And there are little to no repercussions. I would like to see everybody who stormed the Capitol building to be fully prosecuted to the fullest extent. It's unacceptable. And domestic terrorism.
The son of the vice chair of Madison's Police Civilian Oversight Board spoke about what he would have done differently.
I probably would have tried my best to see if I could fix the stuff that everybody did. And if I could control what they did, I probably wouldn't have had them doing that.
And a final note on how we can do better in the future.
I think that we need to do a lot more peaceful stuff. And instead of rioting and raiding, I think we should just do a lot more peaceful stuff and a lot more reasonable stuff.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
Well, coming up, a Packers fan is celebrating a life achievement in a very Wisconsin way. And you're taking a live look over the Capitol this morning. Dana is tracking your morning forecast. That's just ahead.
Download the Channel 3000 app today.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can take you to deep depressive lows, or give you unusually high energy even when depressed. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain, high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command.
Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob. So you're ready to take on the elements with confidence. Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
A sewer backup destroys a Janesville woman's basement.
This isn't my fault. I didn't cause the damage.
But the city says they're not liable either. Why this disabled vet is afraid she'll lose her home. Could it happen to you? News 3 Now investigates Sunday at 10. Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It is a cloudy start to our day, and that cloud coverage is going to stick around for us as we look ahead through the rest of your Saturday and through the rest of the weekend. Sunday also pretty cloudy outside. Right now, 25 degrees in Madison with our breeze coming in from the north-northwest. Dew points are below our temperatures, so we really don't have much fog concern for us this morning. That's some good news. Now, we may see some patchy fog tonight. Otherwise, things stay pretty dry through the weekend and into the start of next week. No precipitation built in until we get into late Wednesday. Some light snow chances developing Wednesday night into Thursday and Friday. Could see some minor accumulations along with them, but overall not expecting a major snow system to pass through. Radar is going to stay quiet for us even with this cloudy sky overhead. We don't have any, again, precipitation building in. Temperatures adding on a few more degrees for afternoon highs. We'll be landing in the upper 20s, close to 30. Pretty seasonable outside for January. That continues into Sunday. Cloudy skies expected for Sunday. Temperatures early in the day near 20, and then afternoon high temperatures will be in the mid to upper 20s. Finally starting to get to see some sunshine though. Once we get into the work week, our temperature trends warming up a little bit in our 6 to 10 day outlook. Likely that will be trending above average. That's not a big jump, but it will add on a few more degrees away from the upper 20s. 8 to 14 days out for our temperature and precipitation outlook. Not seeing one real big trend in one direction or the other. Pretty seasonable pattern once we get into the end of the work week and the following weekend. Upper 20s for today and tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies. Notice a little bit of sun possible for the start of the work week. We'll be in the upper 20s with variably cloudy skies. A little more cloud coverage than sunshine. And then our next chance for some light snow starts to develop Wednesday night and as we head into the following weekend. That light snow again will continue through Thursday and Friday. Not expecting much of that to stick around. Won't add up too much though. Minor accumulations possible before next weekend with our temperature trend in the 20s for afternoon highs for the following week.
All right, Dana, are you a fan of the Packers?
I am a Packers fan. I like where this is going.
Okay, I have to get on the band.
I
have to get on the bandwagon.
Yes.
But I will. But listen to this amazing story. So there is a Packers fan out there who was celebrating in a very special way. His name is 22-year-old Tyler Bloomdahl. He's been fighting stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. And after finishing his 12th and hopefully his final round of chemo and his Aaron Rodgers jersey, he rang the bell and shotgunned a beer to celebrate. Okay, and then moving in next, a podcaster and a a well-served Packers fan. He shared this video on Twitter, and since then, it has gone viral. Congratulations to him. And the Packers will be allowing about 6,000 fans into Lambeau Field. That's going to start off next weekend for their divisional playoff game. In addition to frontline healthcare workers, the team is also inviting some season ticket holders. Those ticket holders who opted in this summer for the chance to purchase tickets will receive more information this week via email. And coming up, millions of Americans may have to wait just a little bit longer to get their stimulus payments from the federal government. That's all because of a distribution glitch. We'll tell you more, and there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Our Will Loper shares his favorite picks in our 3 things to watch. That's just ahead on News 3 Now this Saturday morning.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, get $1,500 customer cash on a new 2021 Highlander Hybrid. Visit Toyota.com to learn more. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Looking to update your flooring? Surgenians has you covered. Our experienced salespeople will guide you through the area's largest flooring selection so you can make the best decision. And Surgenians' reliable craftsmen ensure your flooring's installed right. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Right now at Steinhafels, take your sleep to the next level with Tempur-Pedic's new Ergo Extend Smart Base powered by Sleep Tracker AI. Tempur Ergo Smart Base is designed to help you get the best night's sleep by automatically adjusting your position while you sleep to help reduce snoring. Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses start at only $21.99 and get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Plus, get Steinhafels special financing and free delivery. Only at Steinhafels and Steinhafels.com.
Accurate news as it happens.
We want to make sure our vaccination sites are ready.
Right here, where you live.
Nearly half of Dane County's total COVID deaths have come in the last month.
Information that you can use.
These case counts are still testing our public health system and straining our hospital system.
From the team you can trust.
So many generous people are willing to help us.
For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. Get more local news now with Channel 3000 Plus, our free digital streaming service that brings you area news and info 24/7 from the News 3 Now team. Channel 3000 Plus. Download it today and watch from your streaming media player or mobile device. Waking up to stuff like this should never be a surprise. Download the Channel 3000 First Warn app and be ready for whatever Mother Nature throws our way.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
And that!
Ooh, take it all.
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
It is Saturday. It is cloudy outside. It's kind of a nice morning to maybe take a little extra time drinking your coffee or tea or however you're choosing to start off your day. Thank you for starting your day off with us. Mostly cloudy skies continue for this afternoon and for your Sunday. High temperatures will be in the upper 20s, so a very seasonable stretch for this weekend. That temperature trend will continue into the work week, but it is going to come along with a little bit of sunshine. That's the good news. We move to some sunnier skies, at least in the afternoons for Monday, Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we are expecting our next opportunity for some light snow to start to develop Wednesday night. That's going to continue into Thursday and Friday. Not likely that's going to lead to a lot of accumulation for us, but a little fresh snow on the ground is expected. And then we'll be seeing seasonable temperatures heading into the following weekend.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
We got another hour to go.
Well, coming back, guys, we have millions of Americans that may have to wait a little bit longer to get their stimulus payments from the federal government. That's because of a distribution glitch. TurboTax says millions of payments were sent to the wrong accounts, and some people may have received their payments. And one banking industry source says roughly there were about 13 million people who have been affected by this. They say mostly that's likely impacted due to a refund application loans or similar products. They say in that case, if your stimulus payment may have been directed to a temporary bank account to set up by the online tax proprietor firm, they say when they use that for filing your 2019 tax return. It might also have affected some people who have changed banks recently, and the IRS just didn't have your right checking account on record. And there's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming right now. Our Will Loper shares 3 of the best and this weekend's 3 things to watch.
What can I do for you? I want to build a house.
Newly streaming on Amazon Prime this week is the film Herself.
We can't go on like this.
Just keep telling yourself it's temporary.
Sorry, guys.
A struggling mother sets out to build a house on her own, overcoming bureaucracy and an abusive ex to make it happen in the inspirational story.
Your mother was far more than a cleaner to me. She was a friend.
It's land going to waste. Use it. Build a house for you and your girls.
Need a hand for a few weekends over the summer if you'd want to help.
Herself is streaming now on Amazon Prime.
Martha, is that you? How are you?
Newly streaming on Netflix this week is the film Pieces of a Woman.
In 60 to 70% of these cases, we rarely find a satisfactory explanation.
There is something between us.
There's certain things medically we just don't have answers for.
Vanessa Kirby gives one of the best performances of the year as a woman grieving the loss of her daughter after a home birth goes wrong.
She has to pay for her incompetence. We need some justice here.
No, you need.
Why are you trying to disappear my kid?
Because we don't have a kid.
Pieces of a Woman is available to stream on Netflix now.
Who cares about what they think? This is about me. This is about my life.
Every day of my life is a battle. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
You won't hurt me.
Finally, the second season of A Discovery of Witches is now streaming.
Matthew and Diana disappeared into time. They all know that I fed on you. And they won't understand. She is a witch. Stand down, she's with me.
Continue the story of vampire Matthew de Claremont and witch Diana Bishop as they travel back in time to 1590 to find the missing pages of a magic manuscript.
You don't protect me, Matthew. We protect each other.
This is not about me protecting you. This is about your presence, making matters even worse.
A Discovery of Witches Season 2 can be streamed on AMC Plus, Shudder, or Sundance Now. Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
Coming up next, we'll keep you updated on the latest numbers from health officials regarding the coronavirus as it spreads across the country and right here in our state. Plus, the pandemic and recent cold aren't keeping a Rock County winery from expanding. We'll be right back with the details.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
You're up early.
Well, U.S. Cellular is giving away the latest phones for free with no hidden requirements, so I did not want to miss it.
Actually, you can get the latest phones free all season long.
What? All season long, huh?
Yep, and no hidden requirements.
You in the market for any camping gear? Only been used once.
At U.S. Cellular, get the latest phones free with the plan of your choice and no required phone trade-ins all season long. U.S. Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
So, how's saving for the renovation going?
All done.
I will never understand how you do it.
Easy. She saves with BMO Harris. We give you a cash reward for every month you save.
So BMO will give me cash for saving money?
You bet.
Can the subject hold position 2, please?
How's this?
That's art.
That makes saving look good.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Get a $5 reward every month you save $200 or more in a new BMO Statement Savings account.
When we hear a big storm's headed our way, some of us fall back into bed, some into fresh powder. Spending your day indoors or out, it's all about knowing what to expect. Watch News 3 Now for an accurate first warn forecast so you can plan your perfect day.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
The coronavirus death toll climbs among Wisconsin prisoners. We'll tell you about the latest vaccine talks from inmates.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, January 9th. I'm Taylor Lazenby. Let's get straight to it with our weather this morning with Dana Fulton. She's filling in for Chris. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. It's a little cloudy outside this morning, but thankfully it's not foggy out. Here's a live look at downtown with our Edgewater Sky Cam. You see a little bit of color along the horizon. Now, we're not going to get a lot of sunshine today. The mostly cloudy skies will stay through this afternoon. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 20s. They've held pretty steady overnight, and those will continue to stay pretty steady, actually, as we look ahead through the rest of the day. With that cloudy sky factored in, just doesn't let our temperatures cool down too much or warm up too much. Our breeze is coming in for the northwest. That's drier air. So we didn't have that fog concern this morning. That was some good news. Snow still on the ground throughout the state. Now, as we look at our radar, even with the cloudy sky overhead, we aren't expecting anything new to build in with precipitation. We'll stay dry through the weekend and through the start of the work week before our next chance for some light snow starts to develop. Temperatures this afternoon might add on a degree or two for our afternoon highs. Again, the breeze stays pretty light for us. Just a very cloudy and cool day, quite January-like outside. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day and that next opportunity for a little light snow in just a few minutes. Taylor?
All right, Dana, thank you so much. Keep that good news coming. Well, Wisconsin has now officially surpassed 500,000 confirmed COVID-19 cases. DHS says more than 30,000 of those cases remain active today. State and county health officials say 39 more people died from the virus and nearly 140 more were hospitalized. 25 Wisconsin prisoners have now died from COVID-19. Active cases have dropped in recent weeks, but more than half of Wisconsin's prisoners have been affected with COVID-19 at some point since last March. Our News 3 Naomi Knowles found out where the discussion lies about prisoners getting vaccinated.
This week, when to vaccinate Wisconsin's incarcerated population has been the subject of a lot of debate among the medical experts who are responsible for providing vaccine recommendations to the state. This morning, a majority on a state vaccine advisory subcommittee agreed that they wanted to include prisoners and jail inmates in the same group as people over 70, educators, people in congregate living environments, and first responders.
I don't want to wait until there is a public health crisis, and it will be, to say, oh, yeah, we should have included them. So it's difficult for me to vote for anything that does not have incarcerated populations in it.
Ultimately, this board provides their recommendations to the state, but it's the Department of Health Services that makes the final call on whether prisoners will be part of the next rollout.
We'll wait and see what the recommendations are, and we'll move from there. But again, people who live in congregate settings are at great risk for transmission of this virus, and that's the principle around which I think we're focusing on.
Now, nothing is yet set in stone about who will be part of Phase 1B in vaccine distribution. Reporting for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
Well, many fans of the popular Connie and Fish local radio show in Madison were shocked to find out this week of the sudden passing of Connie at the age of 52. On Friday on Live at 4, we spoke with her longtime co-host.
She was incredible to work with. She was motivating. She's a strong, powerful person, not just a woman, but a person. And she was incredible. She was without a doubt, and I'm not saying this because she's gone, without a doubt, the best radio disc jockey I'd ever heard in my career.
Connie passed away after a 4-month battle with liver cancer. Connie and Fish were close friends and worked together for 25 years. And the pandemic and recent cold aren't keeping away a Rock County winery from expanding. Timber Hill Winery in Milton is planning to move and even install its first on-site vineyard. The company will be moving out of its current location to a larger space on John Paul Road. The owner says the business is bursting at its seams, and the winery sold nearly 34,000 bottles in 2020 alone. She says the move will hopefully happen in phases starting this year.
We've already ordered over 1,000 vines that we'll be planting in the spring. We've got 2 different varietals that we'll be starting out with.
Currently, the winery buys its grapes from the Wisconsin vineyards, as well as one in New York State. She says the move and transition is happening in phases. Again, that is starting later this year. And coming up, the latest jobs report from the government is getting worse than expected, and why more employees are letting their employers go. That's next on News 3 Now this Saturday morning.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Culligan Water not only sells the best water softeners, but also rents them. Big box plumbers and online sellers don't. With renting, you never pay for repairs or extended warranties. And Culligan softeners are backed by the world's largest dealer network. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger to create a personalized news feed just for you. The topics you want, the day's top stories, and push alerts for breaking news, all through Messenger. Learn more at channel3000.com.
This day is our day. This moment is our moment. Let's take the next step.
Ghost stories, sleeping in, afternoon naps. Some things are just better with a toasty, warm blanket. That's why News 3 Now and St. Vincent de Paul are collecting new and gently used blankets for our neighbors in need. Please drop them off at a Dane County St. Vincent de Paul store or participating area churches the last weekend of January. Or donate new blankets online at svdpmadison.org. A surprise party, a wedding proposal, an unexpected bonus at work. Some surprises are awesome, but this? Weather like this should never be a surprise. Not when you watch News 3 Now, where you get an accurate, reliable forecast, so you're never caught off guard by the weather. Need to get up early to shovel, add time to your commute, wear boots, rebook a flight? Let News 3 Now Firstborn Weather give you everything you need to know so you can plan your life.
Good morning, everyone. Right now, we do have a cloudy sky overhead. No fog to be concerned about, though. Here's a live look in Platteville with our Queen Bee Radio sky cam. Plenty of snow still on the ground, not just in southern Wisconsin, but throughout the state. Downtown Madison right now, still under that cloud deck. A little bit of sunshine trying to come through, but we are likely not going to see much of that today. 25 right now with our breeze coming in from the north-northwest at about 6 miles per hour. That drier air has kept our dew points a little lower, close to 20. So that's part of the reason we don't have to be so concerned about the fog this morning. Now, the rest of the weekend will be cloudy, but we might see some sunshine to start off the work week. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes. Taylor?
All right, Dana, thank you so much. Well, the latest jobs report from the government is worse than expected. The surge in coronavirus cases is slowing down the economy, and more employers are letting workers go. Diane King Hall has a look inside the numbers.
Macy's announced a new round of store closures this week. 45 locations will be permanently shut down in the coming months after 29 were closed last year. Retail is just one of many industries crippled by the pandemic, which is leading to layoffs. A new government report shows the U.S. economy lost 140,000 jobs in December, the worst result since April of last year. The unemployment rate stayed at 6.7%.
2020 will be the worst year for the labor market since World War II. The good news is we have a vaccine. There is an end in sight.
But CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says the economy will continue to struggle during the winter months.
This is going to be a period where we see more job losses, slowdowns. We're going to see people needing help.
That includes restaurant workers. The leisure and hospitality industry lost nearly 500,000 jobs last month. The owner of this 20-year-old New York bar and restaurant had to shut down permanently.
So we tried to stay open. There was nothing else we could do. We were losing money every week.
Other restaurants like this one in San Francisco are barely hanging on. It's only open 3 hours a day.
We are not surviving. We are on the verge of closing down.
Out-of-work Americans are starting to get weekly $300 unemployment checks from the federal government. But that emergency benefit is slated to stop in mid-March. Diane King Hall, CBS News, New York.
Oboe has agreed to pay $2.5 billion to settle a Justice Department investigation into 2 deadly 737 MAX crashes. Prosecutors say the airplane company employees gave misleading information in statements and half-truths about safety issues with the plane to FAA and covered up their actions. Officials say the settlement includes money for victims' families and for the airline. Well, coming up, jigsaw puzzles are making a comeback during the pandemic, and a popular video change is closing their doors. You're taking a live look over the Capitol this morning. We'll have your full forecast. That's next on News 3 Now this Saturday morning. But first, if you have a little kid that is turning 3, please let us know and share with us. You can find that email on your screen.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Hey, Tom.
Sheila. Hey, don't take losing the Anderson business personally.
I resigned it, Tom. I guess they didn't tell you about their opossum problem.
I thought it was pronounced possum.
You know that look? That life of the party look. Walk it off look. 1 more mile look. Reply all look. Own your look with fewer lines. There's only one Botox cosmetic. It's the only one FDA approved to temporarily make frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better. The effects of Botox cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Do not receive Botox cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Tell your doctor about your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. So give that just saw a puppy look. And whatever that look is, look like you with fewer lines. See results at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Better? News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everyone. We have a cloudy sky overhead right now, but thankfully we don't have any fog in the area. Visibility is just fine. Temperatures in the mid-20s, so it is a cool start to the day, but because of that cloudy sky, we didn't cool down quite as much for our overnight lows. Drier air building in from the north-northwest, so again, no fog to factor in for us this morning. Could see some patchy fog tonight, though. Not expecting any dense fog spots, though. Overall, we stay quite dry through the weekend into the start of the next week, with our next opportunity for a little light snow starting to develop late Wednesday. That will likely linger into Thursday and Friday. That system bringing in just a little bit of snow. Doesn't look like it's going to be a major event, but right now radar is very, very quiet throughout the state. So the opportunity to see a little snow towards the end of the week will be changing things up a bit. Mostly cloudy skies for this afternoon. High temperatures will be in the upper 20s. We'll add on a degree or two from where we're at right now. We stay cloudy overnight into Sunday yet again, and a cloudy sky expected for Sunday afternoon with those high temperatures back in the mid to upper 20s. We do have all of that snowpack on the ground throughout the state. Some of those higher totals just south of Madison, and we've seen temperatures close to freezing, if not a degree or two above it. And the fog, of course, really eating away at that snowpack on the ground. Nothing new expected to build in with any more snow, but we are going to see a little bit of an increase in our temperatures. That could help melt away a little bit more of that also. Looking 6 to 10 days out, very likely our temperature trend will be above average, but in our 8 to 14 day outlook for temps and for precipitation, not really swinging one way or the other right now. In fact, we have quite a seasonable stretch in our 10-day forecast. Mostly cloudy skies for today and tomorrow. High temperatures in the upper 20s. We stay in the upper 20s to start off your work week, and we might get a little more sun coming back through. Variably cloudy skies, so still more cloud coverage than sunshine, but we have a better chance to at least see some sunshine. Our next chance for some light snows develops Wednesday night, heading into Thursday and Friday. Behind that system, it does get just a little cooler outside. Afternoon high temperatures will drop back into the 20s. We'll likely stay in that cooler pattern as we move into the following week. That's a quick look at our forecast. Taylor?
All right, Dana, thank you so much. Well, jigsaw puzzles are having their moment during the pandemic, but a few pieces were missing until now. CBS News explains.
There it goes.
It takes sharp attention to detail to put together puzzles, something William Jones and Erica Chambers have been doing since they were kids growing up in North Texas.
A lot of our puzzles that we ended up picking were like cartoons. It wasn't anything particularly that represented us as as people of color.
That sparked an idea, Puzzles of Color, which finds artwork depicting black culture created by artists of color and puts them on puzzles.
Just push it through here, hit the little green button.
Corporate offices are in Erica's garage.
Whoa! There you have a puzzle.
Daryl Hill just bought one of the puzzles for his 3-year-old son, Micah.
Do you like doing puzzles?
Daryl lets Micah be a kid, but feels it's also important for his son to see other people who look like him when he plays.
As he's growing up, I need him to know that he's represented in culture.
It's all about that representation. You don't feel like an other. You feel like you are part of the world that you live in.
500 to 1,000 pieces at a time.
Yeah.
500 pieces of culture.
In Little Elm, Texas, Omar Villafranca, CBS News.
Well, a regional chain is closing its doors. Family Video officially announced it's going out of business. The chain has been closing stores for a few years now. Right now, there are still a few local stores. There's 81 in Indiana and a couple of them across the Midwest. Stores started liquidation sales, selling movies, video games, CBD products, and even store fixtures. The company released a statement saying the pandemic and lack of movie releases both played a role in their decision to close. And stick with News 3 Now all weekend long. Amanda will have the day's top stories tonight at 6 and at 10. But first, COVID test vending machines are rolling out. Coming up next in today's Look at This, we'll be back in a moment.
Dun, dun, dun. Come make a wish and make them bounce. Pride on your lips, come make that sound. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. You gotta work it, work it, work it, work it, work it.
Ready to Juvederm it? Correct age-related volume loss in cheeks with Juvederm Voluma XC. Add fullness to lips with Juvederm Ultra XC. And smooth moderate to severe lines around the nose and mouth with Juvederm XC. Tell your doctor if you have a history of scarring or are taking medicines that decrease the body's immune response or that can prolong bleeding. Common side effects include injection site redness, swelling, pain, tenderness, firmness, lumps, bumps, bruising, discoloration, or itching. As with all fillers, there is a rare risk of unintentional injection into a blood vessel, which can cause vision abnormalities, blindness, stroke, temporary scabs, or scarring. Juvederm it. Talk to your doctor about the Juvederm collection of fillers.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
This is the big one, folks. The Brothers Maine Everything's on Sale sale. Get huge clearance prices on every brand in the store with 0% financing for up to 18 months. Only Maine delivers more satisfaction every day, like a risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee, giving you 100% confidence in your purchase. How's that for more? The Everything's on Sale sale with more selection, more savings, and more happy homes on everything. Now at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
The New Year's Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended, so there's still time to find great deals on your perfect mattress. Shop today, and the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score free shipping, and check out the Summit Firm for only $199.99. Save $100 on our entire Doctor's Choice lineup. Or purchase a Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 Furniture Row gift certificate, plus 5 years no interest financing. Hurry! The extended New Year's Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Extended through January 15th. Join Planet Fitness for no enrollment. $10 a month, no commitment. 2020 is over. Start 2021 with tons of ways to get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. And spread out while you work out with cardio distancing and our new crowd meter. Plus, use our app to get moving anywhere. Your fitness is essential, so kick things off with the year's best deal. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Deal ends January 15th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
We've always had villains to face.
Bad guys to take down. But you
are the most horrible of all.
We're not here because we have to be.
We're here because we've had enough of you.
Every single one of us is mortal.
But inside of us, we're all heroes.
So stand up with us.
Stand up to fight.
Stand up to cancer. Visit standuptocancer.org to learn more.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs.
Finally this morning, a West Coast school becomes the first to roll out vending machines designed specifically to fight the coronavirus pandemic. Jeremy Roth takes a look in today's Look at This.
It may seem surreal, but believe me, it's real. A Southern California university has rolled out COVID-19 test vending machines. With the pandemic still raging, regular testing has become the new normal for students at UC San Diego, where testing is now required weekly.
I was uncomfortable at first, but then after doing it a bunch of times, I got used to it.
20th time since I've been here. I'm not lying.
School officials say the automated machines are the first of their kind on a U.S. college campus. They allow students to access the tests easily and quickly, and after self-administering and returning the swabs, results can be received in less than 2 days. So far, the university has installed 11 machines across campus. Surreal as it may seem, the contactless testing options are already proving a more expedient and preferable option for many.
This is super convenient.
A beloved former teacher in a small Minnesota town has been immortalized in a very Minnesota way. He's had a snowy sledding hill named after him.
What?
Residents say 90-year-old Dean Conklin, who's also a town councilman and business owner, is like a local celebrity.
Everybody in town knows Dean, loves Dean.
So much so that a 5-acre plot of land that Conklin recently gave to a former student is now a tribute to this Minnesotan man about town, after it was turned into a sledding park and officially named Conklin's Hill. Along with more than 100 residents, Conklin himself turned out to test it out.
So a 90-year-old guy to go down that hill? Kind of exciting.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Well, at least that's what it looks like for customers of a bakery in Western Germany, where the staff are celebrating the arrival of coronavirus vaccines with a syringe-shaped cakes. Now, this is not the first time the bakery has done coronavirus spin-offs for sale. Last year, as the pandemic buying led to household essentials vanishing from our supermarket shelves, they sold cakes shaped like toilet paper rolls. Now, I don't know about you, Dana, but like I said before, my cooking skills, decorating, are probably not that good, but you know,
we can taste
the baking,
test.
you know,
That's
how it tastes. There you go.
Exactly.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters to me.
It's a little sweet treat right now. Every little bit helps. Absolutely. Now, we are expecting some cloudy skies as we look ahead to this afternoon and tomorrow. So the rest of your weekend, a little overcast outside. High temperatures will be in the upper 20s. We will stay in the upper 20s for the start of the work week with variably cloudy skies, which means a little more cloud coverage than sunshine. Our next chance for some light snow starts to develop Wednesday night as we head into the end of the work week. So Thursday and Friday, some light snow still coming down. And then cooler temperatures will develop behind that system. Highs dropping back to the 20s. And we will likely stay in that cooler spot into the following week.
All right, Dana, thank you so much. Again, you can watch News 3 again this weekend at 6 and at 10.